If you're a diehard sports fan or sports fanatic, then this is the place you want to be. You're now listening to the Bron podcast, the best place for all sports everything. So pull up and let's go.
Yo, y'all already know who it is. Thank you guys for tuning in again. Bro Amigos podcast. And like I said, you already know the faces. You know the faces. We like Drake and J. Cole around here. We first person shooters of the god doggone podcast. We around here dropping hits. Rob and Nate, Rob, Bro Amigos podcast back with another
fresh and stunner.
Fresh and stunner.
Let's go.
And y'all already know that we back here. We here to give you guys another bang. We got to talk about some stuff. But Rob, go ahead and tell them what's up real quick, Rob.
I'm glad y'all here. I'm glad you guys have come here. We're about to talk about, a little bit NBA. We're gonna get, because we just had the finals for the in-season tournament yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was some absolute great action. Like, absolutely loved it. The most exciting December basketball game I've ever seen. Like, for sure.
Easy.
Like, I mean, as y'all heard me, like when I put it on the TikTok, of course, follow us on TikTok. Basically, it was absolutely, that coming of age kind of moment, even though LeBron didn't show any type of fallback at all. But yeah, man, it was absolutely amazing. Congrats to the inaugural in-season tournament champions, the LA Lakers.
First of their kind out there. Pushing. Yeah, the Lakers definitely showed up last night, Rob. They put in work. Anthony Davis. All of the jokes that have been made about you, calling you street clothes, always damaged.
What else?
He has so many, bro. I've even called him Mr. Glass. I've called him all kinds of stuff. You showed up last night, 41 big ones. You helped Bron out, but I gotta look on the other side of the ball too. He was massive defensively. He was massively defensively. He played great offense, and Lakers pulled it out. First inaugural champs at this, the in-season tournament. It did turn out to be some great basketball over the past few weeks, even though they had a convoluted rule set in this and how they went about things.
And technically, both of these teams going to be playing 83 games.
Yep. Technically, both of them going to be playing 83 games. But, hey, it is what it is at this point. You guys, extra game here. And plus, if they do playoffs and they maybe make the finals, you're going to put in some wear and tear on. So we're going to see how this works out. If, Adam decides, hey, I don't want, this to be 82 no more. Let's shorten it to 80. Knock off a game or two or something like that. You never know. He might try to finagle something. But great job overall. It gave a little sling to kind of giving the NBA a little juice right before the holiday season. Because people are still in there. We're still in football mode. Rob. We still got college footballs, and we still got, we at like middle of the road heading to the NFL.
Speaking of, congrats to Jaden Daniels for winning the Heisman yesterday. Go Tigers! That's.
And what did we tell y'all? What did we tell y'all? We told y'all who we was picking. That we was rocking purple and gold over here. We told y'all this. But
Bayou.
Exactly. Them Bayou Bengals, god dog, they get it done around here. And congrats, Jaden. You were me and Rob's pick. Okay? They might have been picking Bo Nix and the rest of them, but we was picking you. We wanted you to win this. Put our offense on the map. Use all we got. Dirty ENT. But back to the in-season tournament, definitely we loved it. It was, like we said, comes with the rules. And like I was telling you, Rob, I feel like Tyrese Halliburton just put the league on notice.
Yeah.
He's telling y'all,
Absolutely.
I can assist, I can go get buckets. They even got an article out right now about him saying, hey, I want to recruit to Indiana. I don't know who he's going to get now, but he definitely wants to play, and I think that might be their next big long-term person there in Indiana. He might have a tenure. I'm going to definitely say longer than Paul George is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say longer than Paul George. I'm not going to say it's a guarantee that he's going to walk away at any point. Because, hey, they go where the money's at. They go get their money. He might chase a ring later on in his career. But right now, I think he's at least going to be locked in with Indiana and try to get him somewhere. Somebody there to play with him. At least for the next 5-6 years possibly. And they're going to try to ride it out there before I think if he ever thinks about championship. Which is wonderful. In NBA, congratulations on the successful in-game tournament. It went off without a hitch, except for Draymond choking Rudy Gobert towards the beginning. Yeah. I don't know if you saw the shirt, Rob, but I got to give you one of those shirts. Somebody had a shirt I saw on Twitter that it was Draymond choking
that
Rudy.
Good?
Oh my God. Yes, bro. This shirt had me dying. I said, if I walked around with that, I said, the only thing somebody can do to piss Rudy off now is have that shirt on. And then if he say something like, take that shirt off, have the picture of him at the press conference whenever he was touching all of the crap during COVID, is to have that shirt on up under there. I feel like that's the two shirts that you could use. If I was going to watch a Minnesota game and I was rooting against them, that's the two shirts I'm rocking right there. Standing in the stands, I want the camera to see. That's what I want.
In the sleeper hole. Like it's still like crazy to even think about. Like, Draymond had this motherfucker in a sleeper hole. Like, granted, the referee wouldn't come into play. He would check, because Draymond's elbow is under the net. So, it is nice. He had nice positioning. Like, it's crazy, like how well Draymond has done this before. This is
definitely a technique that he's used before. Definitely a technique that he's used before.
You don't just have that ready off the rip. Like, he was been waiting on this.
He's definitely probably been doing some light MMA training or something, Rob, and he's definitely ready to go right now. He's definitely ready to go. I'm just saying, he's GTG on that. He's definitely GTG. I guarantee. Now, in other news, we're gonna move on. We got to talk about something. Me and Rob was just talking about the NFL MVPs, okay? So, we gonna give y'all the real, and then we gonna give y'all what Vegas is saying and who we know that they're pushing the odds of the people that they want to push. If you guys aren't paying attention to the NFL, Tyreek Hill is probably the best player in the NFL right now. And Rob, you're right. It ain't no probably. You're right. Tyreek Hill is the best player in the NFL right now. And it's going to be a lot of you who are going to disagree with us right now. And, this is one of those things where, okay, I can understand what you're saying. But have you looked at the numbers? Just have you looked at the numbers? Just let's be real with yourself, okay? So look, Tyreek Hill is easily on pace to hit 2,000 receiving yards. I think he's probably gonna get it right. I think he's getting 2,000 receiving yards, okay?
Yeah, like 500. Yeah, 500 some change away.
Yeah, I think he gets this. Now on top of that, he has a young quarterback who's been he's been getting his arm together. He's been airing it out. That Miami Dolphins offense is high powered, like the best of the best rifles that they got out there in the world right now. Okay, they have. I don't feel like there's a. How I can say this. I don't feel like whenever they're on point that it's hard to stop that offense. They get rolling enough. I feel like you gotta. I think you're running into the snowball effect whenever you fight them. If they get going downhill, it's a situation to deal. It's that simple. Now, Rob will tell you, he also thinks that Tyreek Hill. Rob, you can go ahead and give him your reasons why you think that Tyreek Hill is the best.
Oh, because he's the best motherfucker in the league. He's the most valuable player on the best team, or one of the best teams in the league. So here's my thing, and thank you, Nate, for at least letting me kind of chill before I unleash on how Tyreek Hill is about to get robbed here. So I'm looking at the MVP odds. Like, I'm looking at them right here. Dak Prescott, number one. He is playing the best quarterback in the league right now. Right. Absolutely. I will give him that. I know Nate doesn't want to give him that because he's a Cowboys hater.
Well, you right about
has that. Been for as long as I've known it.
You right.
Like, and so but even he's like, you know, he's like, this nigga's actually playing well. This nigga's actually going in, you know. And so if he's doing that for him, I understand why people would think that he is the MVP. Bar none. Number two is Brock Purdy. Sure, whatever. He has a great team around him. He is playing great with them. That's absolutely true. You are absolutely right for thinking that. The next is Jalen Hurts. Been playing well. Stats are cool. His stats aren't exceptional, but they're all right. He's been playing okay in games. He hasn't been takeover guy that, you know, he kind of has been in the past.
Yeah.
All right. Then right after
he's been above service, Rob. He's been above service.
Yeah. So like then the three guys after that: Patrick, Tua, Lamar Jackson, or Mahomes, Tua, Lamar Jackson. All those guys have been cool. Number 7, as I'm looking at these odds on what is this? Vegas Insider. Next is Tyreek Hill. I can't say definitively that Tyreek Hill is worse than the 6 people that I named before him. I can't say that. Why? Tyreek Hill, 93 receptions, 1,481 yards, 12 touchdowns. That is a great season for somebody. He's 4 games left. Okay, this man is the best player in the league right now, but nobody wants to think about that because he is a wide receiver and not a quarterback. We got to basically break the shackles of wanting to put quarterbacks as the MVP because it's unfair. You can't just have one guy or one position be the MVP. It's the same thing, even though we just congratulated Jaden Daniels on winning the Heisman. It's a quarterback award with that too. I mean, you can't just have it just like that. Yes, quarterbacks, they are the most important position on the field, but you can't have him that much lower than the guy that he throws to. Even though that guy that he's throwing to, Tyreek Hill is accomplishing most of his yards, or a good amount of his yards. Like, you kind of gotta think about, like, okay, is this what this guy does any worse than what these other guys do at their position? He is by far the best receiver out right now. He is the most unguardable motherfucker that's probably ever existed. But you don't see that. Nobody's arguing for that. And I don't understand why. You look at what Tyreek Hill does. You look at what he does for that team. He is the absolute catalyst for that offense. But for whatever reason, y'all want to think Tua is the guy. He is not. You take Tyreek Hill off that team and see what happens to that Dolphins offense. You put Jalen Waddle as the number 1 and see what happens to that offense. It becomes not a Ferrari, it becomes a Jetta. Is a Volkswagen Jetta a bad car? No. Can you get up in it? No. I mean, yes, but are you basically looking at that like a Ferrari? You are not. And so that's the way that we have to think about this shit. Is this man taking this team from a Jetta to a Ferrari? It absolutely is. And that's why he's the MVP. That's why we have to think about him like that. That's why we got to argue for that, because we can't just overlook excellent talents for what they are, and we can't just basically make this a waste of time. You are wasting this man's time. You looking at me. Eye to eye. I know this eye, this eye is not that great, but this eye is pretty good. Eyes to eyes. Y'all are wasting Tyreek Hill's time. Give that man the MVP and stop playing with him. Stop playing in his face. Stop playing with us. That man is the MVP. Period.
And to do you guys one even better than that, the Dolphins have 3,527 yards receiving. Tyreek is 1,481 of those. Okay? So you're looking at roughly a little over 2,000 yards is divided amongst the rest of the receiving core, which includes the wide receivers, the tight ends, and the running backs. So there's 2,000 yards between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's 13 other people that 2,000 yards are divided between. And one person has 1,400 yards by itself. And I know there's going to be some of y'all out there that's going to say, well, we've seen receivers do stuff like that before. He literally, if you pluck him off of there, I don't think that they're going anywhere without him.
They're not making another Tyreek.
Yeah. They're not. And then, let's be real. We know what some of these guys got to go through. Okay? It's just like, look at it like this, some people. Because I know some of y'all are going to say, well, Patrick is still having a good year and he doesn't have Tyreek. He needs at least one weapon. He's been short Kelsey at times. People know that Kelsey is gonna evolve the offense. So the difference between Kelsey and Tyreek is this: Kelsey may be a possession receiver, and he's a huge tight end. That's like a huge possession receiver. He's gonna beat you through trying to catch the ball and their defense stopping you. All Tyreek got to do is beat his man and get out over the top, and you can air that out, and he's the equivalent to Deontay Wilder's eraser punch. He can make mistakes all game long. And if the ball get out and above, it's over with. It's over with.
Dude.
And that's all it takes. That's literally all it takes. If he gets out and above on the offense, it's a wrap. He's going to chunk you 75 yards, 80 yards, 100 yards. And now the game is wide open again. Because now you got to figure out how to stop that out. Now, on the flip side of that, like Rob said, I did admit it. Just so you people who know that I'm a Cowboy hater know that I'm going to go ahead and say this live on camera. If we're going to give it to a quarterback, as of right now, Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in the league, right?
What was that, bro?
Okay. Dak, God damn, that shit tastes bad.
You got it. We gonna do this together. We're gonna get through this together. Come on. Go, me and you.
All right.
Me and you.
Okay. Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in the league right now. Oh my God, I gotta go brush my goddamn teeth.
I don't see frogs falling from the sky.
You might want to go check outside, bro. You might want to go check the whip and make sure that they ain't smacking the whip right now. God, no.
No Four Horsemen. Not even Arn Anderson. Nope. Nobody.
Jesus, that was hard. But he is winning right now. And as much as I love Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, you're going to need to get him some sort of wide receiver right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Or just a crew that can catch. Just a crew that can catch.
Look, I'm going to be honest with Kansas City might want to go call Clifford Franklin right now and put him on the team before they let anybody right now who's starting in the wide receiver core continue to, because at least Clifford Franklin is gonna give you a speech, and you know he probably got some stickum on his glove or something. He's gonna try to make a catch. And if y'all don't know who Clifford Franklin is, go ahead and look up the replacements. Clifford Franklin said that he's gonna catch balls out there in the field. Just saying, bro. That Kansas City, y'all gotta get together. But we know if this comes down to a quarterback thing, as of right now, in all seriousness, it's gonna be Dak. And I'm gonna be honest, dog. Why is Brock Purdy even up there? I know he has the numbers. But I'm pretty sure I'm on record saying this a million times. If you put enough good stuff around somebody, it's bound to have some sort of positive results around him. And I saw one of the things that they use as ammunition for him being so good right now was he's completed 70% of his passes.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. That is an extreme amount. It is. But I look at it like this. I would hope that he completes 70% of his passes. I would hope that, Kittle's catches for him. I would hope that Debo catches for him. I would hope that Christian McCaffrey catches for him. I'm just throwing some of the good names out there, bro. We need to be real about this. Let's just be real about that. What's going on with it? But yeah, he's thrown the ball 332 times and completed 233 of them. And I'm pretty sure if we pull up some other quarterbacks, they're probably throwing the ball more than 300 times right now in 14 games. I'm going to think your usual quarterback is throwing 25 to 30 times, and we're in week 14. So I'm saying the average quarterback is probably somewhere in the 400 range. Let's just do like a quick sneak peek. I'm gonna use Patrick as an example real quick. Let's take a look. Patrick, 444 attempts. He's at 67% completion. So he's thrown 112 more times than Brock. So yeah, just move around with that. He's completed 70% of his passes. Patrick is 3 off and then 3 to 100 more times. Even with that squad of people who couldn't catch a ball sometimes, even if it's thrown right at their face outside the trap space. And Lamar and Jalen Hurts just haven't had bang-up seasons right now. They're playing above the level of serviceable at times, and they're doing what they need to do. They're not going out there lacing the field with dots or anything like that. Lamar and Jalen Hurts are just, they're doing what they do at this point. But Tyreek Hill for MVP, and don't you forget it.
Don't
make us come back. Nah,
we will.
Because we will. We remember.
Loudest book.
Easily. Now, me and Rob, we're creatives. We're creative. We think a lot. So, all of this talk of expansion teams got us thinking. So, what do you guys think if we took Bron, MJ, and Magic, and they bought into an expansion team in Vegas? Get these three together, Bron decides, hey man, look, I'm calling it quits. Let me get out here with MJ and Magic. I'm gonna retire. We're gonna put together an expansion team. What do you guys think this would be like? Okay. We let them expand in Vegas. Bring an NBA team out there. Because let's be real, we've already got an NFL team out there. So
And WNBA,
this is true. Why don't we go ahead and get this out there? Get us an NBA team. Let them boys skim off the top of everybody else. Try to put this together. Get some draft picks. Make this thing happen. You think that this could work, Rob? Do you think that this could work?
I think it would work magically. Nah, man, honestly, with how much money that they could pull together and how many basic investors that they could have, it's either moving a team from somewhere else or expanding into Vegas. I think the NBA would want that, because think about it. You got the 3 guys, Magic, MJ, and Bron. The 3 guys that basically have a lineage where they pass the game off to basically each other. Magic passed the torch to MJ. MJ passed the torch to LeBron. Having all of them to basically come together with all of their money and all their resources together would be absolutely amazing. You would have a player-centric team. You would have granted, I know that the NBA wants to expand, and sports in general want to expand the amount of owners that are not white amongst their ranks, but it's so much harder because of how much money it actually takes. And essentially, we live in a country where the white man basically owns a lot of shit, and they have the money to basically, buy these teams. Like Chris Rock said, like the motherfucker that owns the color blue, like basically they have the money to basically buy and get into these leagues. But I think that the NBA would absolutely want those 3 guys, along with whoever they could bring on. That could be a Jeff Bezos, that could be a I don't know, maybe even Mark Cuban. Maybe Mark Cuban basically moves on to another expansion team, or somebody of that rank. Damon John, the owner of Fubu, the guy who basically was with Shark Tank with Mark Cuban. If basically they pull all their money together, we just basically make all the black people essentially buy a team in Vegas, I think the NBA would absolutely be on board with that, especially because you have the legacy. You're expanding to an area that you want people to come and basically flow through and say like, oh, I want to be in Vegas. I want to do that. Because like the A's, they're going to fucking fail. Why? Because they've been cheap all this long time. They play a game where it's in the summer and it's outdoors. Even if they do have a retractable stadium, it's not going to be as profitable as what they think it's going to be. That was just a quick aside. But the NBA absolutely wants these guys to basically be a part of the league, and they're going to want them to basically be that team in Vegas. It'll be absolutely great, and I think it can work out. It's just how it's going to happen and when it's going to happen. I think that would be the thing. But nah, man, I think they would want this a lot.
Yeah, I could definitely see them 3 pulling together. I feel like it would bring a lot of the rich black celebrities out to get a little chunk of that. Because I feel like then you might get your, Jay-Z already got Rock Nation, and you got, something in Brooklyn. But maybe you pull out some of these other guys. Maybe you pull out, I don't know, maybe you get a little Chris Rock action, Maybe you get a little Dave Chappelle, you never know.
Tyler Perry.
Oprah. Yep, Oprah. You might get a little Oprah action, She might tell Stephen to get his ass down about the house. Let's go to Vegas,
Like it's gonna literally be a black people's financial spirit bomb that basically like them pulling up all their money and just being like, you know what? We are gonna basically put our foothold in NBA and shit. They might even be like, you know what? We got too much money in this Vegas thing. Let's bring Supersonics back too. Like let's basically bring all these old things back.
Yeah. Because NBA definitely needs the expansion. They could bring back some of the teams. I do miss like the throwback Supersonic jerseys like that. That was KD's, I think, his first year. That was like his only year over there in Seattle. Then they transferred him to Oklahoma. They could definitely expand. I feel like some teams would definitely profit. Some cities would definitely profit from it. I've always said this, the one spot that I feel like profits off of something that they can't have another professional sport there is maybe Bama. Because Bama is so big on their football team, I don't know if they would take to a professional team of any sort there outside of the college that has been there. That's them. That's where they're going to be. But it's definitely other areas for expansion. In Vegas, I feel like Vegas is like whenever the mobsters went out there. They're going to get out there and they're going to claim this and put this to work. And hey, this is what it's going to be. And I'm with it, man. I'm with it. I'd love to see that happen. Bron, Magic, MJ. MJ got so much money, it's ridiculous, bro. Did you ever see his yacht? He has 2 yachts. You don't need 2 yachts. You only one man. Maybe you do. Maybe.
I would say you need a backup yacht.
Like
you need a yacht, and you need a yacht that's basically there to where like you don't get tired of it. Like you need that yacht and be like, okay, I'm tired. This palatial estate that's on the sea. I'd rather go to my other one. You want it to be the where it's like it's Monday. Maybe lease out. Like you just go out and you just like get a lease out on a yacht, and then you just kind of do like that. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it gotta be something. Gotta be something. But now we gotta go into some news that might upset bro. Okay, so look, as you guys saw, it was breaking news. Shohei Ohtani to the Dodgers, $700 million. You heard me. Look. 700 million. Me and Rob said $600 million. $700 million. $700 million. That's how much they paid him. They're not gonna get his full services because they do want him to just hit right now before he pitches, because he's still recovering. But $700 million. Whoo! Jesus. First, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna reflect up against this, and you're gonna hear me say $700 million a lot, because that's a whole heaping hell of a lot of money for a guy of his services. Now, there was a certain person that's on this podcast, and for months he had been advocating for Shohei to become a St. Louis Cardinal. And it didn't happen. I think the Cardinals' checkbook was a little short. They might have been overdrawn, and it didn't work out. So do you know that guy, Rob? Do you know that guy that was he was pandering for Shohei to be a Cardinal? Do you know about him? What's up with him? How does he feel?
Shohei, Aloysius Ohtani. How dare you? Moms. Man to man. How dare you? How dare you run from the grind? How dare you run from, Kings Highway? How dare you run from Delmar? How dare you run from Green? How dare you run from Abbott? How dare you run from Normandy? Pine Lawn? How dare you run from Ladue? You ran from the grind, my man. You ran from my city. How dare you? How you gonna look at yourself knowing that you ran from my city, from Busch Stadium, the place that you would have been king? We could have went and got beef St. Paul's together. Red Hot Ribbons. Emos. Cecil Whitakers. Best soda. That's what you're missing out on. You are about to be failure, and it's gonna be a colossal one. So I can't wait to watch you. Can't wait to watch you in that blue.
That's a hurt man.
And when we go with y'all, and we're opening with y'all, opening day, we're gonna see, and you're gonna see the legacy that you could have had. What could have been. You could have been a legend in our city. You would have had love. You would have been the guy. You would have been an absolute monster in the middle of the map. But what did you do? What's LA? Stayed in LA. Dodger blue. Yes, it's historic. Yes, Chavez Ravine, whatever it's called. You're there. But the pageantry, the Clydesdales, you're missing out on that, my man. And I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. A legacy, 11 world championships. You, the person that prioritizes winning, are missing out on that. You could have been the best. You could have been the absolute best that that city could have had, which is so many people. You got Albert Pujols, Stan Musial. The list goes on and on. But you want to go out and be in LA. You could have got a direct flight out of Lambert. You could have found a way to basically go back to Japan whenever you wanted to. A little longer flight, Not really. And you would have had like all the, the everything that you wanted, dude. Everything that you wanted. But no, you running from that. Shohei, go hay to hell. All right.
That's a hurt man right there, people. That's a hurt man. Shohei, you could have went down, baby, your street and Range Rover Sweet Reaper. You know, with Nelly, we could have been riding. We could have redid the video. But he became a dog.
Even the tip drill one.
That would have been something special. If they could have redid tip drill and put some sort of baseball in it and still had some chicks in it, it would have been a win. It would have been a win. I ain't gonna lie to you, Shohei. They probably could have got you hooked up with Johnny Dan, got you a girl and stuff.
Everything, dude. Like you would. I don't know why you would think that you couldn't have just gone to St. Louis and been the absolute everything to us. Absolutely everything.
Everything.
But here you go. See, I'm laughing because this is a distress mechanism, all right? Only reason I'm smiling is because it helps me not to cry. Okay.
You heard my boy. You heard my boy back.
You heard.
You heard.
I probably the biggest disappointment I've had as a Cardinal, except for Mo. We gonna talk about you in a while, okay? You got some work that you still need to do. Thank you for Sonny Gray, but you could have got this big whale too.
Damn.
All right.
That's a hurt. But back to the $700 million, Rob. Did we think he was gonna get that much though?
Oh, fuck no. Cause he probably never gonna pitch again. Like that's the thing. I think, and granted, I am not a doctor. I am not somebody that is a medical professional. But it is hard as hell to come back after one, possibly two, because I know I said that he had a second Tommy John surgery. It hasn't been confirmed, and I know he had a second torn UCL, which is basically that ligament right here in your elbow. And so we don't know if it's Tommy John, because Tommy John is a specific procedure where basically you have a ligament that's taken from another, I think from like a cadaver, and basically put it within your elbow. And so I don't know if it's exactly that or they did like some kind of repair that, and now they're basically gonna not have him pitch for this season. But there's a possibility that he's never gonna be the same guy again as a pitcher. So $700 million for a guy that's possibly only gonna be a left-handed bat is something. I mean, that's a lot of fucking money. But they also did say, or I did see that the deal is actually not complete yet. Mm-hmm. And that's mainly because they said that he hasn't done a physical, which okay. But $700 million fucking dollars is a lot of fucking money. And a lot of it is gonna be with deferrals. So he's gonna get paid for the rest of his life legitimately. Like his children's children will basically be eating off of him. And that's dope. And I can't say enough that is I am very proud of that kind of bag getting. That is
that bag is
generational insane. Bag getting.
Yeah, you can't hate that. But just to give you guys at home an idea about this, Mike Trout's contract was $426. We talking $700 million.
426 over like 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
He's getting 10 for $700.
That is some money.
Just some more context. The highest annual value for a player before his contract was $43 million a year. Now he's getting 70, even though technically it might not. They said that projected because of the deferrals within the contract, it might just be like 40, 50 a year roughly, but he's gonna get $700 million, period, point blank. Like, no doubt about it. He's gonna get $700 million.
That's a banger better than Bobby Bonilla did right there, boy. Jesus. That man is about to be paid. Y'all better watch out. That boy is cooking with that one. He got that one on lock, Rob. That is a move that's gonna be a move that's gonna be for years to come, bro. For years to come, decades. That move is immaculate. $700 million, guys. don't you forget it. We were here. It broke news, and I was like, Jesus.
Oh yeah, I don't let off audible goddamn in front of my kids, but I was like, God damn, like it was one of those like, oh my God, like.
Look. This is how fast I want to tell you. I saw it. I think at 6 a.m. and I immediately put it on our time.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I'm beating Rob, but this was the thing.
He did, and the funny thing is, he did, because I was like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, ooh, I gotta go to the top of the list. He's like, oh, it's right there. Nah, we were
we were
synergistic. Oh, that shit. Like, I was like, dog, like, I gotta put this. Oh shit, he already got it there.
Yeah, that is a lot of money. That is gonna be one for the record books, and we also said this earlier. We talked about this on another note. Do you guys realize in 2009-10ish area was the area of $100 million contracts being for your stars in baseball? About 13, 14 years later, if you don't have $100 million contract across some of these sports, you're not getting paid. I can remember having a fit whenever the Pelicans gave Drew Holiday $125 million. Now they got like LaMelo signing high 100 and some million, close to 200. Steph got like a 200 mil. James Harden had a whole bunch of money. These dudes are getting paid in sports. Plus, you saw the $1 billion offer. Mbappe, come on now. Some of these contracts are ridiculous, and it's only going to get up more. And think about it like this, guys. That was $700 million in U.S. money. This ain't no Saudi investor put that. Lord knows what would happen to sports if they let them in every market. These contracts would. Whew,
it's coming.
I think it is coming too, bro.
It's coming very, very soon.
I think it's coming, but this is what I'm gonna say. I think it's coming, and I think teams are gonna be back to pulling the move that the Yankees used to pull back in the day. How much money you got? Who got the most? And I think that's what it's gonna be.
The Commanders already, I want to say it was either the Commanders or the Sixers, basically already got like a Saudi investor that's already invested, that basically brought a minority stake within the organization.
I think it is. But it's coming, guys, and whenever they're gonna do it, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think sporting events are gonna turn up on another level, because and I'm gonna be honest, I think if they get enough Saudi investors in there, we're gonna be seeing headline rappers perform halftime shows again. I think that's where we're headed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think you're gonna get a game and a miniature concert in the middle of the game, and I think this is gonna make sports take off to another level again. I think it's gonna be sports entertainment on an extreme level in the next 10 years.
Basically like what we just saw with the that little, like right before the Fury and Ngannou fight, where you had a little baby and old boy out there, like it's about to get nuts, because the TV money is about to dry up. Like you see, like what people talk about with what Mark Cuban basically say on a big stake within the Mavs, even though he's technically gonna still be seemingly the runner of player or basketball operations. Like if the TV money is going to basically pop with all the regional sports networks are basically going away and all that, like there's gonna be somebody that's gonna come in and like a looter in a hurricane essentially sweep up, and it's gonna probably be Saudis and or Russia or some shit like that. Because it's gonna be somebody.
Because on a side note, I don't know if you guys noticed, but all of the major boxing promotions now are going to another app. They're going away from Showtime boxing.
Yep.
So now your major fights are going to be on apps, and they're actually going to be, I want to say, cheaper than actually watching the fight pay-per-view, because I want to say this app now is going to give you access to all of the major boxing matches that come on there for a fee every month. and they're gonna try to make sure that they keep a steady archive and steady new fights and stuff. Essentially, they're going the WWE route with sports, which I gotta admit, I have to admit this. If you're a fan of wrestling, old school, current school, whatever, WWE Network is a very good investment for what we used to pay back in the day. It used to be $50, $60 per pay-per-view. Now it's $60 for the year. And you access all of the pay-per-views. Plus all of the exclusive WWE content and all of the throwback stuff, and you get to relive what happened, and you get to go back and have those feel-good moments. This is not a plug for y'all. I'm just giving y'all flowers on this one. I want to be clear on that one, okay? But if you do want me to plug it, you can go ahead. You hit us up. You know, we'll get busy with y'all after that. We'll get busy with y'all. But if that is the way of a lot of sports, this could be really good for the consumer. This could be good for the consumer because NBA Pass, I think, is, how much is it now?
About $100.
It's like $100, but that's access to all of your games that are on blackout. Now, MLB, I need y'all to come down a little bit on that pass, bro. I need y'all to come on down a little bit. Come on down. Quit being stubborn with me and Rob. Look, we want to watch games, but come on now, bro. Come on now, dog. And if y'all can do that same thing with NFL, and we can start seeing these things, I think that this is where you guys are going to really start to make money, because I want access to everything. I just don't want to pay that sky high ass price that y'all got for that. Give me a lower price, broken down. Give me some access to old stuff. I can go watch old Super Bowls and World Series and break out all of that. And we can work a deal. We can work a deal. Now, let's go ahead and close off the show. We wanted to do a little NBA reflection time. Okay? How do we currently feel? How the NBA is going right now? How are things working out? So NBA, first, I'm going to give you an A for the in-season tournament. Despite the convoluted rules and whatnot, you gave us a definite slice of life, even during the heart of football and college football. And you gave me a little pep in my step. A little glide in my stride to go ahead and watch NBA. You know, watch these teams run up the score because they know they got point differential and this, that, and other. So, I'm going to definitely give you guys an A right now for the in-season tournament. Now, where you guys, in my opinion, deemed to get a lower grade in this class is coming up for this All-Star weekend come February. Okay? I'm going to give y'all a little time. But you know, the think tank of Rob and Nate is here. If you need some ideas, you know, we can help y'all out. We got y'all. Like I said, give the dunk contest, make it a partner thing. One of these elite dunkers, pick an athlete, you know, help them do creative stuff. We got ideas, damn it. We got ideas. This is what y'all deem, in my book, to get a lower grade in this class come All-Star weekend. Because the way that this has been presented to me in the past few years, I'm going to turn this on and walk away from the TV and not watch it. Okay? You get a free viewer out of me, but outside of me and Rob probably going back and maybe watching the All-Star game, the festivities that you guys put on during that week is where you're going to tend to fail that class, because I'm not reliving the hype of Vince Carter in 2000. I'm not reliving Blake Griffin jumping over a car. I'm not reliving Dwight Howard going back and forth. I'm not reliving this whenever I see there's no big name for me to attach myself to in the dunk contest to say, that's my horse, that's who I'm picking to win this. Okay? All-Star game, a little bit different, because I know by second half they're going to play a little bit more defense. They're going to They're gonna try to do whatever. You know, Steph gonna be the shot 33s by halftime already, so he's gonna be warmed up to either help out and get a push in the second half and win, or he's gonna go sit his behind on the bench and chill the hell out. You never know. But that's where y'all need to lose this battle, to me. Rob, how do you feel about the current state of them right now?
So I was thinking, like, what y'all need, NBA? Because I know y'all listen to me. Managers. Let's go back to old school wrestling with it. Like, I think that one of the things that y'all need as far as the dunk contest is talking people into the team. And so when I'm thinking about, like, with, say, you know, this upcoming one, say if you got like 4 no names that basically are going to be in that slam dunk contest, guys that you kind of got to talk of, align them with somebody from the past that basically you can be like, hey, this person is going to be this person's mouthpiece for when they go up, and we're gonna I'm gonna be that coach that's gonna coach them through it. So say if you got like, it's like, you know, we had, he's not a no name, but let's say Zach LaVine, former slam dunk champion. Say if you had him and he hadn't won it before, and you align him with let's say Michael Jordan. No, let me not say Michael Jordan. Let's say Spud Webb. You line him with Spud Webb. You can basically get Spud Webb to talk him up and basically talk about how this guy is going to win. This is my guy. This is what we're doing in the booth. This is what we're doing. This. Talk the whole thing up and make it to where it's an event that people won't want to see. Now, granted, people miss dunks, people things like that, whatever. But at least you get more excitement. You get more people thinking like, okay, man, this is going to be something. Like, this is something I need to see. You get Nate Robinson basically aligned with Herb Jones from the Pelicans. You know, if he's going to be in the slam dunk contest. You get those people together and say, hey, can you guys come up with some creative dunks? You know, what can you guys imagine? You know, you basically have Nate Robinson go on the interview tour talking about how good Herb Jones is. You got him talking about, you know, like what can happen, like what are you guys basically thinking about, like what are you guys planning? Like it could be a lot of things that at least get a lot of people into the tent. Because one of my things that I hate about WWE is that they don't have enough managers. They don't have enough people that's actually talking people up and talking people in the tent, talking them through it. We are an auditory people. We listen. We want to basically you know, smooth and everything like that into wanting to be into something. We're not going to just watch and be in it and invested. We need somebody to tell us why, give us that why, and basically acknowledge why we should be there and why we should stay there. That's what y'all need, NBA. Just get some managers, get some people that's going to be talking about. And it don't exactly have to be former players. It could be y'all get Jack Harlow, y'all go get 21 Savage. Y'all get some cats that align with these cats, and then basically that's that person's manager. That's the person that person can go to and basically say, hey, that's my dude. That's who's gonna talk about me in the slam dunk contest. This is who we working with. So I'm thinking that's gonna be an idea that y'all can run with. Free game. You know,
definitely free game. And Rob does have a point. Y'all kind of need to talk us back into some of this, because we don't really have the interest to. We're not drawn into it. We don't have a true reason to say we want to watch this. It's not there right now. And I hate to say it, but outside of the game itself, I find myself saying, man, I don't want to watch this. And then I move on. I move on after that. Now, some of y'all can take that how y'all live. You know, he don't want to look, bro. Look, it's a kid out there, and maybe it's because you realize something. There's a kid out there that if he doesn't realize what they were doing back then compared to what they're doing now, he won't understand that whenever Vince put the ball between his legs and dunked it, we had seen it, but we hadn't seen it with such ease and authority as then. Now everybody wants to do it, okay? So, but now you have the guys who are actual professional dunkers, and this is what they do. They're coming up with new stuff. The Scorpion and the 720, and they trying to bounce it and then pass it through the legs. You know, these dudes are trying to take the art of dunking to the next level. And this is what I'm gonna say before we get up out of it. NBA, you need to be proactive and not reactive about what's going on in your All-Star. Make the moves now to solidify this as being an event that won't die off again before it's too late and it dies off again, and then we have to figure out how to make it be the Phoenix and the Ashes again. You can't keep letting it die off. There's other resources out there. There's things that you can do. Look into bringing in the outside people and the outside dunkers. Either make the contest for them, or if you want to take it to another level, pair them with an NBA star, then take Rob's idea of a manager, get you a Gary Payton or a Spud or somebody, and get them to campaign for that person, to put them out there, talk us into the tent, and then go ahead and give us the ultimate dunk contest show, whether it be a partners thing or him assisting him, but let them be creative on another level, props, whatever they want to bring, and let's make sure that this thing doesn't die off like it did at one point, okay? The 3-point shooting contest is whatever it is. Some people are going to watch, and I'm going to watch it just to see who's going to go out there and drop somebody off with this, because it's a shooter shoot, that's what they do, okay? It's not much more entertainment than to see if he's going to hit every shot in the row in video game fashion. But save the dunk contest and the other stuff, and get rid of that doggone skills challenge. I don't want to see that.
I like the skills challenge though.
It's alright sometimes, Rob. It's alright. I'm not gonna lie. It's alright sometimes. I don't know, bro. Sometimes it irritates me. I don't know why. Sometimes it just chaps me, bro. It just chaps me.
That's cool.
But NBA, be proactive and not reactive. Save your events. Make this happen now. Now, with that being said, this is another episode of Bro Migos Podcast. Like you're gonna hear on our outro. We want y'all to support us, like, subscribe, share. Do your thing, let your people know. All in all, we about to get up out of here. Rob, go ahead and tell them that we about to get up out of here, and let them know that we out, bro.
Good night, Canada. Good night, Taylor Swift. Good night, everyone. Shohei, stop running from the grind. Let's see what else. Yeah, NBA free game. You guys give us some money, because we kind of give you guys, you're trying to revolutionize your league. We gave you basically people that should own your teams. We gave you things that you should do. Y'all, I am tired of y'all just basically taking us for granted. Like, we're giving you things that are just helping the world. And I know this is just a goodbye, but you guys need to help. All right, help me get new shirts. This needs to work out, okay? But I need you guys to pick up your slack financially, at least.
Yeah.
But subscribe, that'd be good too.
All right. With that being said, good night, and we're out. Peace.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Bro Migos Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode.